Katie Arwood from MCC Library on behalf of One Book, One County, MontCalm 2020, and MCC Reads. And I'm very pleased to have my friend Jamie from MCC join us to talk about some kids' books, and even better yet, she's brought along her daughter Brooke.
Hi, I am Jamie Hansen-Hopkins, and I am an instructor here at MCC in the English department and a few other things as well.
I'm Brooke. I'm Jamie's daughter, and I've been a reader ever since I was really young.
So we brought a selection of books that we've read together. Brooke's younger brother Landon also has joined us in a lot of this reading as well. He's just not here with us today. And so where do you think we should start, Brooke? What books would you like to share? One of the chapter length books that Brooke and I read together was, I say book, actually it was much of the series. We read of the Harry Potter series, and I know the Harry Potter series comes up a lot in conversation about books, but for us, it was great time spent together. So, but I kind of have liked those kinds of books that have led to Brooke and her brother reading other things as well. Her brother Landon and I read these together before he was able to read. I would read them to him. These are the Elephant and Piggy books by Mo Willems, and they're such great fun. If you're familiar with the monster at the end of the book, it's that style, like where the characters are speaking directly to each other and to you as the reader. And then over time, Landon had the books memorized pretty much, and so he would be Elephant and I would be Piggy. And then eventually he actually started being able to read, and so he would then read them to me. But I know truly that he learned to read on these books with the help of his teachers too.
Fact or fib?
Tell about that.
Okay, so we read this. I read this with my mom and my brother, and it gives you, I think, it gives you three options, and you have to figure out if it's a fact or if it's a fib. So they're nonfiction, and then, so it's right there, and then you can flip the page and it tells you if it was a fact or a fib. And you can learn a bunch of random facts, but I also find it's fun.
I had fun with these when we read these together. We would just pull these out every now and then, and it's this series of books called You Read to Me, I'll Read to You, and they're poems for two voices. And so Brooke would be one side and I would be the other, and we would just go, and there's parts you read together too, so there's, me separate, her separate, and then together. And we didn't have to read the whole book each time,
no.
Right? We would just pick out a few of the poems and read them together. So those are kind of fun because they're quick, if you just want to spend a little time, but it's still really interactive as well. What else we got? This one was a favorite, read aloud. This one, I actually had this read aloud to me by a college instructor. It was like a children's or literature class, and her belief was in order to encourage us to read aloud, she'd read to us. So this was before I had kids. The main character actually comes to stay with Harris and his family for a summer, and it's their great adventures together. So it will make you laugh out loud, and at the end you might actually cry, because I think I did. At the end.
I think one of the best things to do, at least in my experience with reading, is finding books that no one's recommended to you, but if you go to a bookstore and you pick up and read the back of a book and you think you'll like it, if you buy it, a lot of the time, most of the times when I buy books like that, I love them and they become my favorite books.
Or library. We could use the
Or
library.
We love libraries.
Yeah, we have sort of a habit of maybe overbuying books.
We have a lot of books.
We have quite a library at home, but in a way that's been, I'm so happy that we've been able to do that, because I think books have been a key part of my kids' education, but also just that time spent together. It's been a really good time together for all of us. So I hope you keep reading too. Thank you.